All right, everybody, this is Matt back with the Washington Wrestling Network. I'm here with Joseph Davis and Coach Marcus of the Marysville Pilchuck 2A team, top 10 ranked in 2A. Marcus, how does that feel for you guys to be top 10 ranked?
Feels good, hasn't happened in a long time for Marysville, so feels good to see that top 10 ranking for sure.
Now, you guys were 3A last year. Was there any thought that even though you were 2A to kind of choose for the opt-up to go 3A? Because we're looking at the rankings for 2A, and it's like you got teams like Ording, Toppenish. Was that a difficult decision, or you welcome the competition?
It wasn't in our hands. All the varsity coaches from our whole entire high school got to choose, and they all chose to stay at 2A, so that's what we went to do.
Yeah, and you're top 10 ranked right now. Can you talk about how your team is doing this year?
They're doing well. We have a lot of juniors and seniors in our lineup, so a lot of older kids that have been around for a long time and just wrestling tough tournaments and, getting better every day.
And so we got Joseph Davis right here now. Big guy, you're killing it. Pac Coast champ this year. Coach, can you talk a little bit about Joseph Davis and what he's been through this year?
Well, Joseph, since COVID happened, Joseph was kind of our first guy to come back and help rebuild the Marysville program. And, he's been putting in a ton of work these last 4 years of going to out-of-season tournaments and doing all the camps that we've been hosting and then other camps. And so it's, we knew he could do it, and, he went out and put on a great performance that whole tournament for sure.
Yeah, and then Joseph, I wouldn't say it was a surprise to me for sure, because I've been around the area for a little bit and I've been able to see you and know you, but I wouldn't say that a couple other people out there think that it's a little bit of a surprise for you. Do you feel like it's a surprise at all to see where you've been? Are you undefeated this year?
Yeah, I'm undefeated, but I missed out on gut check with some injuries here and there, but no, the Pac Coast, I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I just thought, big tournament, practice, like every match is a practice match. It all matters in February, so I was taking match by match.
Now, you're a big off-season guy, big freestyler and all, so are you going to Fargo this year? It's your senior year. Are you going to try to do any of that, or what's the plans for after the season?
That's still a debate right now. I'm thinking about trying to get back on the national team, because I had so much fun on the cadet team, and going over to Illinois, that was a blast. And
then what are your goals this year, my friend? Obviously, it's tough to go undefeated. Is that on your mind now that we're so late into the season?
No, my record, I don't even know how much wins I have, honestly. I try not to look.
Coach knows, I know it. It's in the book.
I try not to look at that, but I'm trying to really focus on February. Trying to focus on February and just take it day by day.
Have you looked at any of the other kids in the ranked area kind of around you? Do you know those kids? Have you gotten a chance to see any of them?
Yeah, I know a couple, know who they are. I like watching matches, so I like watching high-level competition, and those kids in the top 5, I've watched a couple, but I try not to look at the rankings too much.
Yeah, Coach, I was just going to ask you that. Hearing your guy talk about how he watches the matches and stuff, as a coach, I know that it's tough for us. It's like, hey, why do we want to go out there and why do we want to watch? How do you feel about that? It's almost unavoidable, right?
Yeah, it is. The rankings, that doesn't mean everything, and I just think if we're not trying to win it all, then, what are we doing here? So I think Joseph thinks he's going to win a state title, and it doesn't matter who is in front of him. We're going to have to prepare, and we will look at matches and look at certain matchups when we get there, but we're just thinking, full steam ahead right now.
Okay, now, Joseph, obviously we could talk about you all day, but who do you think on your team, Marcus, do you think are going to surprise people at the state tournament this year?
Our twins, our 20, 26-pounder twins, they've been putting in a lot of work and beating a lot of tough kids. Braden Childress, and freshman.
Freshman, right? Yeah.
Freshman.
His mom actually emails us a lot. She's like, she's like, hey, you got the name spelled wrong. Hey, these guys are junior, senior, you know what I mean? So I can appreciate that. And I think your older brother graduated last year, right? It was really tough too. So,
these parents are excited because it's kind of a first for us to really have our name out there. But the reality is I try to tell our kids to stay away from the rankings and just wrestle each match, and let's figure it out when the time comes.
Well, they all know who we are coming through here, right? So stop staying away too much. Well, I appreciate you guys here today. We're about to duel you. Good luck, obviously, but we think it's going to be a good one where it's a packed house for us today. But good luck to you guys in the future. Top 10 team at State, Marysville, Pilchuck High School, and we will see you guys next time.